Varus is one of the most broken, if not the most broken AD carry currently, and there's probably 90 billion builds you can go for. You have the on-it build, you have the lethality build, you have an AP Varus, you have the tank Varus, you have everything you want because this champion is horrendously overtuned. But for this instance, he's going for some weird mix-up of a lethality rune, which is first strike, and having Trinity Force to then going on hit AP. So this is quite the weirdest constellation of items I've seen in a long time on Varus, but the funny thing is about Varus, you can build any item you want to, and it pretty much doesn't matter because this champion does too much damage anyway. And as per usual, you see a Lulu next to his side. It's Chinese WildRift, only 3 bans, ladies and gentlemen, so junglers are perma-banned. But what makes Varus so strong and what gives him the ability to build so many different items? And the simple answer to this is his kit. Ooh, by the way, this little invade here is very cheeky, because you can take yourself an earlier level 2 by doing this for free, because now you can just start hitting this and you will hit level 2 naturally without even last hitting the minion. That could be like a very big game changer during the laning phase, as well as denying the enemy champion, like the enemy jungle, like at least one little croc. But now let's talk about why Varus in general is so broken. Number 1, he has the capabilities of poking. Number 2, he has inherently anti-healing. Number 3, he has a long-range tool that allows him to poke as well as to all-in. And the next thing is he has maximum HP magic damage. Not only this, he also has an execute. So he has everything you want from a champion. Look at how he plays the game, goes forward when his support is basically tanking damage rather than walking backwards. He is not afraid, goes for another kill, flashes out, doesn't get another tower. And this is what I mean with AD carries understanding what is going on with their support champions. Because if your support is taking damage, the enemy can't hit you at the same time, and obviously you want to make sure you gain an additional benefit of your support taking damage. That's why you want to approach the enemy in a way that both of you can hit at the same time, or only one of you can be hit by them. So, the next thing about Varus. Varus builds are very interesting, and the thing is he does so much damage. If he hit, if this AP Varus, you see at the end he's going for AP items, and there are a few things that are very interesting to note. Terminus has magical and physical pen. And not only this, the 3 items he builds last, Riftmaker, Horizon Focus, and obviously Infinity Orb also have magic pen and AP. But the next thing that's very interesting is that Riftmaker deals damage depending on the pre-mitigation damage. Oh, we're getting all in here. Will this hook connect? No, the flash is available, goes away. The Lee Sin is on the hunt here. Vi is also in the place, like a juicy fight here. Ult being picked up by the Varus. Let me talk again about the different item combinations here. Since Varus deals such high damage and numbers, thanks to number 1 his base numbers, number 2 his percentage maximum HP damage, Riftmaker deals even more damage because the Riftmaker damage is dependent on the pre-mitigated damage. Now the entire damage number is getting amplified by another item called Horizon Focus by 9%. And the Infinity Orb also adds even more damage to the mix because Varus has an innate execute on his first ability. Well, rather, like it triggers the part of the, what's it called? Missing HP bonus damage, and all this can crit. So yeah, you might see that the Varus just one-taps you. Nicely turned around onto the Thresh here. The Kalista can't really get anything done, tries to go after the loot to at least trade 1 kill, but the Kalista doesn't have enough. We still have Hack Splash to go after them, but it isn't even necessary. Look at the Varus, and he's even going to pick up plated steel caps. But doesn't he have a completed 24s in base? He had a completed 24s in base and chose against it. He rather wanted a plated steel caps. So he has more tankiness now, obviously, but less damage. But the question is again, keep in mind, if you live longer, you get to deal damage for longer. Which would be a nice thing. Like, I think this build would be a lot better if he didn't go for, what's it called? First Strike, but for Lethal Tempo or Conqueror, both is fine, I believe. I think Lethal Tempo will probably be the best, given he has a Lulu, to grant it more value. So these boots even have more value as well, because he gets to attack longer, because he lives longer. Mr. Fresh on the hunt here, has spotted that Ward Lee Sin invading. Vi being kicked into the face, nice flash ultimate, then the flash hook by the Thresh. There's so much aggression, he immediately turns onto the Kalista. Kalista will certainly fall here, but now the Jace is at the scene as well. Look at the damage, the fruit is there, some HPs are getting regenerated by the fruit. Reminds me of the esport video we made ages ago for Riot. But random, at that time, the best Baron laner in the game, by far, did like a nice play in the river with the Scuttle Crab and enemy champions. And the fruit. Like, he walked there, picked up the fruit, and then he positioned himself in a way where his Darius Q hit the Scuttler and an enemy champion. While previously, before that, popping Gargoyle, which in the past increased your HP. And since... Does he hit? Oh, he doesn't. And since Honey Fruit and Darius Q hit like heal based on your HP, this was such a tiny, good play that many people would not even realize because there's so many layers to it. Oh my god, the Thresh just hack slashed over the wall. Lantern is probably available here. Lantern's very late and now he has time to actually turn. The Kalista doesn't have enough damage. If the Thresh Lantern early, I think this play just immediately ends. Lee Sin is also here, the Vi is also here. It's an absolute demon fight up here. The enemy jungle is not happy. The bot lane didn't make their move here. Bot lane died as well, and losing Dragon, and losing everything. You hate to see that. Ooh, look at the first item of the Vi having the Youmu's Ghostblade. Yep. The damage is going through the roof. Yep. But yeah, if there's one thing that you will always find about Chinese builds, number 1, Trinity Force, and number 2, Collector. I get that Trinity Force makes you a lot tankier, but how are you spacing out your spells on Varus that you can realistically gain the benefits of Trinity Force? Because, oh, he gets hooked. Lulu's tanking though, so there's no real danger. Tanks up another nice shot, so nicely played by the Lulu and the Varus again. Making sure that the Lulu is tanking the tower, so there's no risk of actually getting killed by the tower, because the only way this can go wrong heavily is if the Varus is tanking the tower. Instantly one-tapping the wave. In case you don't know the typical Varus build, it's just usually going for a Sense Reaver, because with the Sense Reaver, I believe you one-tap the wave, and your poke becomes even more powerful as well. All the other things you do are also more powerful, because think about this, it increases the damage of the spell, and your spells deal quite a lot of damage. Lee Sin hits the Q, the Jace is also on the hunt. Oh my god, what was that combo? Who just dissipated? Look at the Q to Mo, she's like, bop, bop, bop. Why go for a play? Another flash hook. There are so many flashes here. There's no real escape. Pops down the ult. The Chains of Corruptions are going to lock up a few people, but they're certainly not getting them all killed. Orianna now at the scene with the T into the Ryzen focus. I think that's a terrible build idea. Because, okay, you go for a spell, an item that increases the damage taken by 9%, but 9%, how much is that on your realistic combo compared to hitting an enemy once with, for example, Luden's Echo? Because in a full all-in combo, if you hit every single spell, yeah, sure, Rise of Focus will amplify your damage more, most likely, but how realistic is that compared to, for example, Luden's? Because Luden's is such an overtuned item, granting you mana, ability haste, the bonus damage it does, and the item in the past even got buffed for no reason, even though it was the best starter item already. Varus at the scene now, nice hook by the Thresh. Chains of Corruptions hit on the Jace. I think he flashed into it though. What a madman. 1000 gold into the hands of the Varus. Lulu even ulted for the funsies of the play. And now we're getting closer and closer to the Riftmaker spike. The Thresh is really dangerous. That man is not holding back when it comes to hooking. Look at the all-in, no fear. Look at the damage from the Lulu and the Varus. This champion's damage is just illegal. Like, look, some other AD champions have like drawbacks, but Varus is a spellcasting AD carry with superior range, insane all-in damage. And just overall has the ability to build so many items, he can't even pigeonhole himself into a specific item build, and the Aurelia is stuck in the pit running into... What is going on with her? I'm confused. And the enemy Akali is going for the tank Akali build. It is crazy out here, my friends. look at him waiting patiently in Fog of War. Pops the ultimate, but the Akali surely has Shroud. Yep, has Shroud. Lulu is here to save him. Look, the Akali only, by the way, has... she only has Heartsteel. She quite literally only has Heartsteel and nearly kills him. And people say Akali is weak. Yeah, great. The enemy Goon Squad, look at them! The Goon Squad is also here. Oh, the Vi had enough of this shenanigans by the enemy team. Flashes over the wall with the first ability and makes sure that the enemy stays dead. Now we have Terminus, we have Trinity Force, we have Terminus, and we have Plated Steel Caps with Riftmaker. So we are very powerful right now. One of the things that are very confusing about this build though is it doesn't feature Rabadons, right? Even though with the buffed Rabadons you get like up to 55% more AP. Yeah, you squish here, but is it really something you want to miss out on in your build? Or do you just not want to lose the HP? Because Rabadon is such a broken item right now. Varus quickly picking up the mid wave here, then rotating over to the Dragon. The Aurelia already close to dying. There's also a new video about Aurelia, which I'm going to make, which also features Terminus and, well, Riftmaker. Orianna is zoning quite well with the Comet here. Nice sidestep by the Varus. Varus getting the Lulu ult instantly. Enemy is running away here. I have the feeling he wanted to flash over the wall, but chose against it. But now there's so much gold on the bottom side of the map, and I would really hope that the Varus gets the gold compared to the Aurelia, because the Aurelia has not been performing too well. And usually you don't want to have your champion on the team that is not performing well to get a lot of gold, while you can't do anything in mid lane, because you get completely denied by 15 people. But now the enemy team is going for a 50-man rotation, completely on vision for no reason, and the Aurelia will get away, but the Orianna dies to the Lee Sin. Bonus movement speed of the Lulu will allow him to just lock down the Thresh and just run it on for free. Now we have the ability to maybe catch off the Lee Sin here with a cheeky little play if he doesn't realize what's happening. Waits for Lee Sin to be in the recall, gets the movement speed buff now, runs after him. Lee Sin tries to run him down and tries to go for a little cheeky play to avoid certain death, but with this build you do not even need any spells to hit, you just auto attack. Because the Lulu and the Terminus bonus damage you have will be absolutely crazy, and if you trigger just one spell after hitting 3 times, so your 3 Blight stacks get detonated, well, that is a lot of damage. And if you do it well, I think if you detonate your Blight with spells, especially your first ability, you get a cooldown refund as well, so you can just spam these abilities. Aw, poor Jace, he doesn't know what's about to happen to him. Also, Vi's damage is so unreal, no? Like whenever I play against this champion, because this champion's damage comes in such fast bursts, like she goes onto you with a Q, auto attack, auto attack, and you basically lose 90% of your HP. Enemy Fresh misses the hook, we connect the spell here, proc some of us Blight stacks, instantly one-tap them. Akali only has HP, can't really do anything, gets instantly one-tapped as well, but this time we'll certainly die. But look at the damage we dealt to the Lee Sin. The pen we have from Terminus, as well as the pen from the other items, is really coming in clutch. Chinese and their crazy builds, and the funny thing is, because these champions are so broken thematically, you can basically build any item you want on them. It's similar to Lee Sin, like you start with Yuma's Ghostblade, then you build any bruiser item you want, and you still one-shot people. It's so dumb. I really dislike this, but it's fun to watch at least. But not fun to play against. It's actually quite depressing, to be honest. Going for the helicopter moment, picking up some extra gold, looking for next potential play. The enemy team is running around the map like absolute gooflings. If I'm not mistaken, the next dragon is going to be the Soul. Ice Dragon on Varus could be very interesting. Ooh, the enemy was trapping in a brush. The Chase of Corruption hit the Thresh, and the enemy AD carry is barely scratching the surface of this Varus, while the Varus is completely dismantling them. Look at him zooming around. Varus, I hate Varus, he's so broken. This will certainly spell a free Nashor moment. The enemy Lee Sin has to steal this, and it's going to be so difficult. Pot shot by the Jace. Lee Sin is approaching rapidly from the left hand side. Orianna dies instantly from the Lee Sin, but the Jace also dies, and this secures Baron for them. Now it's a brief moment of pillaging, and then we take all the free towers on the map. The Vi is going on with the ult on the Thresh. Thresh is hooking the poor Varus, but there's just so much damage. There's just no hope for that guy. And the healing also comes in clutch from Riftmaker, providing him with so much extra sustain. Kali is also here. Kali goes in. The tanker Kali really needs to be careful that he just doesn't get one shot, you see. Like at this point, the tanker Kali doesn't have enough damage to deal with him because it's a 4-item Varus with plated steel caps. And if you go for the tanker Kali, you also deal a big portion of physical damage, because if you have the moment you have Titanic Hydra, your auto attack will be a big portion of your damage. And yeah, with this build, you are rather tanky. But the issue is the tank Akali will also scale pretty well. Oh no, Kalista. Oh no. And it's only a 24-second cooldown on these Chains of Corruption. So you can just press the cooldown and get that one kill. Then the Lee Sin flashes over the wall, but the Varus has no mercy, flashes after and immediately executes that guy. And this will give them the soul. We have now the Infinity Orb, and we'll have Quicksilver as well. Quicksilver makes us immune against the Lee Sin kick, so we don't have to fear about like a crazy insect if you're paying close attention, as well as the Thresh going for another play like this as well. With the Infinity Orb, we should be very much in a position to now one-shot somebody. Because keep in mind, 45% crit threshold, that is very, very high and very easy to achieve given our high damage. Horizon Focus being procced, showcasing the entire map and where everyone is. It's really annoying. Chains of Corruption hit 1760 crit. Good night, good fight, little Akali. And there's no mercy. Nice stasis to avoid certain death. But death just waits around the corner and picks you up. Hex flashes into the hook, saving his support, intended or not. Looked very fancy though. Voice commands being given to the team. Gimme Penta, gimme Penta. Will it be a Penta is the question. Thresh goes in for a little play here. We get another kill, but the Vi steals it, and with that we're at the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. Check out the channel in the description below, and make sure to enjoy some Varus, because this champion is free low. If the tier list already released by then, when this video went live, well, there's a reason why Varus is in the highest tier for the AD carry. And yeah, we see each other for more RiftGuides content very soon.